Wrapping up the last weekend of the first month of 2018, we thought it was a perfect time to look around and see what's new. That's our jumping off point for this week's show. We'll look at cool new workouts, hot new restaurants, and things you may have missed.
So we have different types of bowls. We have acai bowls, pitaya bowls, green bowls, oatmeal bowls, yogurt bowls.
Then we pulled our In the Know guy out of the newsroom for another installment of Tim on the Town. This time around, we're hitting a popular shopping destination. What would you consider the anchors here?
Well, Whole Foods Market is the anchor of the grocery store, and then Silver Spot Cinema, obviously.
Plus, it's a mystery to us, the secret life of seniors. A local writer is setting her book in an assisted living facility. It's a backdrop she knows well. We'll have those stories along with the latest in our Positively Healthy Medical series. I'm Amy Osher, and this is Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. Thanks for joining us. Whatever your passion, there's no shortage of new things to try in Southwest Florida. It didn't take any arm twisting to get us to explore. The DIY trend is still going strong. This retooling requires some actual tools. You get to work with power tools and paints in this workshop/party space. The AR Workshop Naples opened in the fall. Customers can sip drinks, snack, and make rustic home decor.
A lot of people feel that they come in and they work on these projects and it's getting them away from maybe the stress of everyday life, and they can focus on something fun.
If you're looking for a break from the grind, a sensory deprivation tank might help you get your mind right. The Float and Floor Center in Bonita Springs invites people to drown their cares in 10 inches of salt water.
You get comfortable with the positioning of your body, your neck, mostly the neck, letting go, relaxing, trusting yourself, you do fine. I feel very light when I come out. I'm very calm and relaxed.
Floating is an on-trend and therapeutic way to unwind. If you want something a little wilder, this barnyard yoga class in Lehigh Acres is about as cute as it gets. Try doing down dog alongside a goat. Hot yoga, beach yoga, they're yesterday's news. Hanging out with baby goats is where it's at. Next up, time to hit the feed bowl. For real. Fruit bowls are blowing up the food scene. Soul Bowls in North Naples is one of a few new bowl concepts. But really, you must answer this question all day long. What is a bowl?
So we have different types of bowls. We have acai bowls, pitaya bowls, green bowls, oatmeal bowls, yogurt bowls. Acai is a superfruit, and then we have green bowls which have kale in it, coconut milk. We make our own coconut and almond milk, and pitaya, which is dragon fruit.
You get the idea. It's pretty healthy and pretty tasty. Some are borderline addictive.
I would definitely say our Nutella Nirvana. It's an acai bowl. It's got Nutella and peanut butter and strawberries, banana. It's really good.
Finally, new for nightlife, an evening of storytelling. Part of the USA Today Storytellers Project, you can sit back and enjoy a curated set of stories delivered by people from around Southwest Florida.
On the way home, we took, I think it was Pacific Highway, and the driver stopped at the Malibu fishing pier, and we got to walk the pier and take some cool pictures. And then we got to, take some cool pictures by some rocks by the Pacific Ocean. And then I can just remember, it was the funniest thing ever. The guy said, well, do you want to go see more of the Pacific Ocean, or do you want to go to In-N-Out Burger? And I can just remember in a split second, me and my mom looked at each other and goes, In-N-Out Burger.
These monthly events focus on fun topics like restaurant stories and the meaning behind my tattoo. A throwback to an age-old pastime, sometimes what's new is a refresh of the tried and true. When it comes to venues featuring shopping and dining, there's no one better to break it down than our own Tim Ayton. His In the Know column is one of the Daily News' most popular features because he makes knowing your business his business. Last time we strolled Naples 5th Avenue South. This time you brought me to Mercado. How would you define this area, Tim?
Well, it's considered a multi-use development because basically you have a mix of everything. So you've got shopping, obviously. You have a lot of dining. There are probably 20 different places to get something to eat just in Mercado. And you also have, people don't realize, you've got these four floors above. People live up there. So you've got people that live in this community and they're building around it housing as well. So it's a kind of a living, breathing community.
It would be my dream to live over a great shopping area. But you've also got movie theaters. So
You've got a movie theater, right? Yeah, the two anchors are, I would say, Silver Spot Cinema and Whole Foods. I mean, you also have Nordstrom Rack and some other bigger stores, but those I would consider the anchors.
Grocery shopping, you have everything you need. So the breaking restaurant news is that Masa is now going to be another Mexican restaurant.
That's right. Yeah, it's going to be Rocco's Tacos and Tequila Bar. So it's kind of exciting news. I didn't realize how big it was. The people really were excited about it.
People are devoted to that. I've heard of Rocco's Tacos. This is such a beautiful space. It was so lovely.
It is. And they had, of course, the living walls of plants, which are gone now. They were all out here and inside. And so they're not going to have that for Rocco's Tacos. And we're not sure exactly what they're going to do. But it's, as far as redesign. But they do have a demolition permit, which they applied for January 8th, which is how I knew they were coming. So otherwise they weren't going to say anything, and I did get it confirmed, but nothing on the record. So, but they are coming.
And a lot of people's favorite destination for dining is right out here in the area too, Capitol Grill.
Capitol Grill, yeah, you have McCormick and Schmick's, you've got the Blue Martini, you have Cavo. There are a lot of high-end options. And then, of course, down here, you've got Bravo, the Cucina Italia, and the Counter Burger, which is unique. It's the only counter burger that I know of in this area.
Anything in here that you have your eyes set on that you want to find out what's going on now that you...
Well, the only place that I really want to know and what I get asked about is the Stage Deli, Stage 62 Deli right down the road here. So it closed last July, July 5th, I think it was. And so we don't have an inkling of what's going to go in there yet. So, and I'm assuming it's another restaurant, but not necessarily. But I'm guessing it'll probably be a restaurant. So I do have my eye on that one to watch.
Stay tuned. Okay. It's fair to call the metro areas of Lee and Collier County boom towns based on their standing in national polls, looking at growth, wellness, even happiness. Here's a look by the numbers. Lee, Collier, and Charlotte counties continue to be among the fastest growing metro areas in the U.S. Census figures peg Lee at just over 722,000 people and Collier at upwards of 365,000. Cape Coral in particular topped the list of boom towns as assembled by the Smart Asset Group. The personal finance website NerdWallet puts Naples at number 3 in its list of best places to start a new business. And Forbes magazine gave Collier County the number 4 spot in terms of best city for future job growth. And for several years running, Naples won the honor of being the happiest, healthiest city in the nation, according to the Gallup Healthways Community Ranking. Still ahead, they say write about what you know. A local woman knows retirement living, and she's turned it into a mystery series. That story is coming up.
Life here is amazing, and so is the joint care. At the Total Joint Center at Physicians Regional Healthcare System, we've changed the experience of joint replacement for good. With our comprehensive joint care program, most hip and knee replacement patients return home in just 2 days because we know you want to get on with your active life. Pain-free living starts at Physicians Regional Medical Center, Collier Boulevard, and Physicians Regional Medical Center, Pine Ridge.
Hiring the right moving company is important. Best Moving and Storage is a family-owned and operated business serving Southwest Florida for over 22 years. From our free in-home estimate until the last piece of furniture is in your new place or stored in our climate-controlled warehouse, we treat you like family. Best Moving and Storage is fully licensed and insured, with all of our employees being certified drivers and packers. When it comes to protecting your treasured belongings, choose a company that's experienced and trustworthy. Call Best Moving and Storage today at 239-592-6565.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida, and now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
It may have seemed foreign at one time, undergoing an operation performed by a robot controlled by a surgeon. But within 10 years of robot-assisted surgery becoming available, it's now the go-to approach for some procedures. Here's the latest in this edition of Positively Healthy. Less is more when it comes to surgical procedures. For many years, the standard approach was to enter the body through a large incision in what are referred to as open operations.
And they tended to be more painful. There was more blood loss for certain surgeries, and patients had a longer recovery time.
Nowadays, new tools and techniques help doctors achieve the same results with less trauma to the body. Perhaps the most precise and least invasive is robotic surgery.
And the robot took laparoscopy and minimally invasive surgery, but made it a much easier approach. And by sitting at a console and controlling the robot just by hand in a comfortable position, next to you in the operating room is the patient with the actual robot.
A robotic surgery system offers better visualization coupled with instruments that move like a human hand, only better with full circle wrist action.
And you can do things like tying knots, sewing and cutting and those sorts of tasks much more easily.
Board-certified urologist Alexander Rosen finds robotic surgery is especially well-suited for his field.
There are a couple elements of that made urology one of the first to pick up on this and become a robotic, a heavy robotics specialty. One was where the prostate is.
Like many things, it comes down to location, location, location. The prostate is easier to access using the robot because of its location in the body.
It's in the middle of the body, down low in the pelvis, and when we operate, we're typically on the side of the patient. So to do minimally invasive surgery, you're always tilted and twisted, and it was difficult. So robotic surgery for the prostate was one of the first big utilizations of the robot.
Benefits don't stop there. Prostate patients on average report a better overall experience.
So with the robot, we're talking about a surgery that takes a couple of hours. A patient has typically 1 night in the hospital, so it's a very quick recovery. And then with the minimally invasive surgery, pain ends up not being a big issue for them.
Who knew what kind of crime and intrigue might be going down on the grounds of a retirement center? A Naples novelist can see it clearly. 89-year-old Dorothy Jane Mills knows her setting very well. It looks much like her own assisted living facility. The author of more than 30 books believes she's breaking ground on a new literary genre as one of the first to incorporate a senior living community in her trio of mystery novels. While many of her previous books have been published, she isn't waiting around for these. Dorothy Jane is already promoting her new series, Where Else But at Local Retirement Centers. You can read more about her and her books by heading over to naplesnews.com. Our reporters are also busy tapping out stories. Here's a sample of what they're covering on the beat. Guys?
Thanks, Amy. Collier County Commissioners are pressing forward with a study to build a parking garage on Clam Pass Beach. It's unclear exactly how fast this could move forward. There's a number of issues that they're going to have to work out. First is the cost. It could be as much as $10 million. Second is neighbors have always opposed a parking garage at Clam Pass Beach, and there's several deed restrictive covenants that are attached to the land that Collier County would have to either negotiate to change or break, and it's unclear exactly how easy that could be to happen. The problem that the county's trying to balance is that there's more and more people coming here, but of course there's no more beaches being built here, so it's how do they find ways to keep residents, allow residents to have access to the beach without the cost overwhelming them. So you can find out more at naplesnews.com.
Hi, I'm Shelby Reynolds. I'm a features reporter at the Naples Daily News. In yesterday's paper, you'll find a story I worked on to preview the 2018 House and Garden Tour, which happens February 3rd. This is an annual event hosted by the Naples Garden Club, and it sells out every year within just a few hours of tickets going on sale. About 900 participants will get to tour 4 Naples houses to see the latest home and garden trends. And this week I got to tour one of the houses on the list, which is a Aquiline Shores home. It's designed in a New Orleans style. It was actually built about 18 years ago by a woman who wanted to recreate her own childhood New Orleans home. So you can find the photos and the story about the home in Saturday's paper or online at naplesnews.com.
Hi, I'm Jay Schlichter, the editor of the Collier Citizen and the News for Nerds columnist for the Naples Daily News. Check out my latest column where I discuss addiction to technology in all its various forms and how it's affecting humanity today. You can catch it tomorrow in the Neapolitan section, or every other week, also in the Neapolitan section of the Naples Daily News. Also, you can catch it online at naplesnews.com.
I'm Harriet Heithouse, arts and entertainment writer for the Naples Daily News and naplesnews.com. This week, I visited a class of children, 4 years old, who are learning violin, but it has nothing to do with music. Read the story in today's naplesnews.com and Naples Daily News.
Hi, my name is Brittany Carloni, and I'm a reporter with the Banner and the Naples Daily News. This week, I wrote about a 27-year-old from Fort Myers who was awarded the Silver Star Medal, which is the 3rd highest military combat award. Staff Sergeant Christopher Lewis, a combat controller with the 23rd Special Tactics Squadron of the U.S. Air Force and a 2008 graduate of Estero High School, was honored for his heroic actions during a 10-hour firefight while deployed in Iraq. You can read more about Staff Sergeant Lewis and his service while deployed in Iraq in Wednesday's edition of the Banner or online at naplesnews.com.
A trip to the newsroom wouldn't be complete without a weigh-in from Brent Batten. Here's our weekly commentary. Brent?
Thanks, Amy. Often overlooked at the Naples Winter Wine Festival, taking place this weekend, is the food. Food is a critical element of the event, with celebrity chefs from around the world flying in to cook for festival patrons. But there are those in the community who aren't fluid in the language of fine dining. They think gourmet is Steve Lawrence's singing partner Edie, and that the glass brasserie is an impossibly uncomfortable woman's undergarment. To bring those people up to speed, here's a glossary of culinary terms you've likely heard this weekend, along with explanations of what they mean and what they don't mean. For instance, abalone is a mollusk found along the coastlines of California, Mexico, and Japan. It's not a mild oath uttered when one believes one is being misled. Absinthe is a potent bitter liquid, not missing school. Au lait means with milk. It's not a cheer at a French bullfight. Canarone is a wide pasta, not a Chef Boyardee product. Carne is Spanish for meat. It's not the guy who runs the Tilt-A-Whirl at the Collier County Fair. Caviar is lightly salted fish eggs, not the car Ralph Nader got taken off the market. Crevette is the French word for shrimp. It's not a sportier version of the caviar. Chow mein is a Chinese-American dish consisting of small pieces of meat and vegetables, not the primary meal of the day. Epicure, one who cultivates the knowledge and appreciation of fine food and wine, not work done on toenails. Gastronomy, the science of gourmet food and drink, not the study of stars. Manicotti, tube-shaped pasta, not work done on fingernails. Orzo, a tiny rice-shaped pasta, not an estimate. Prawn is a shellfish that's part of the lobster family, not a chess piece. Vermouth, white wine used as an aperitif, not the state whose capital is Montpelier. Vichyssoise is a creamy potato soup served cold, not a famous French castle. And finally, penne, tubes of macaroni cut on the diagonal, not what the patrons of the Naples Winter Wine and Food Festival will raise a pretty one of for charity at this year's event. I'm Brent Batten. Be sure to read my columns on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays in the Naples Daily News. Check me out on Facebook, and as always, thanks for watching.
Speaking of new and novel, a Fort Myers shop is built on taking what's old and making it new. That's coming up on Behind the Headlines.
It's Bear's end of month sale, and we are ending the month with a bang. Everything is priced to sell. This entire Broyhill bedroom suite just $11.97. This dining set now just $14.99. Or this sofa, your choice, $8.97. Shop the largest selection of genuine leather sofas in Florida. Enjoy Bear's award-winning service too, with all in-stock items ready for immediate delivery. Bear's end of month sale this weekend. Don't miss it.
The area's only 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting for the care you need. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. Only at Physicians Regional Healthcare System.
Is your auto insurance keeping pace with your life? Ask for a AAA Triple Check Insurance Review to see if your current policy is still a good fit. An agent will assess changes in your life, like new vehicles or drivers. Make sure you've got the right coverage and all the discounts you deserve. They'll also see how a AAA membership can round out your protection on the road. Plus, provide roadside assistance, discounts, free services, and vacation extras. Ask for your AAA Triple Check today.
Whether it's a new home or a home you'd like to give new life, we've got some designer looks for you. Sue Huff and the Bears Furniture team are here with the latest inspired living.
Today we're here with Kelly Gunzel. She is the leather expert for Bears. Kelly, I want to know about this comfy sofa that we're on, the sectional. It's just beautiful, but it has a lot of function too.
It really does. This sectional by Natuzzi is part of our lifestyle collection. It's called the Energia collection. And what's unique about this is that it does have a power reclining feature, and it also has a power headrest, which is really, really popular right now. People are asking for that. It's a nice feature to have when you're reclining.
How does that work? I think you're going to show me, right?
I will. This actually has buttons on the side. It has one for the reclining, and then it also has one for the headrest. And the nice thing about the headrest feature is that when you're reclined, you can actually push that forward so it supports your neck. Or when you are not reclined.
Yeah, I see that moving.
Yeah, it can also go back so that it's not pushing your head forward. A lot of people will complain that when they're sitting in their recliner, their head is pushed forward, and this is awesome because you can adjust it to whatever position you're seated in. And this also does have a USB port on the side, so if you want to plug in your phone while you're sitting here, you can also do that as well.
Which is we all do today, right?
Yes.
But this also, you can build this as large or as small as you want it to be because it's all sectionals, right?
It is. This is a modular collection, and literally you can make this as small or as large as you need it so that it will fit your room. One of the other nice features is it does have, you can do it with or without the console, which a lot of guys like that feature because they can tuck their remotes right in that console, or there also are drink holders there.
There's a misconception about leather that it's hard to clean or it's going to be cold, but it's actually a natural fiber that breathes, right?
It really is. Leather is very, very comfortable. You know, like you said, people think that it gets hot or cold, and it actually is a great selection for Florida because it actually adapts to its room temperature. So when you have the air conditioning going, it's going to actually be the same temperature as your room. It's not going to sit hot. And the other thing is it's highly cleanable. It's very easy just to give it a quick wipe off with a damp cloth. That's about all the care that it needs. And also if you'd have something accidental happen to it like a puncture, the technology these days is actually so good that they can actually come in and patch that and you would never know there was a hole.
So Kelly, no matter the style of home you have a leather collection for everyone, right?
We do. From contemporary to traditional, we'd be happy to help. Come see me at Bears.
And finally today, a store in Fort Myers offers a new twist on shopping, blending antiques and new treasures along with handcrafted apothecary finds. The business is appropriately called the Remedies Parlor. It's been described as a real-life Pinterest board. The downtown Fort Myers shop features an eclectic mix of merchandise, all curated by husband and wife Tina Swingler and Anthony DeAndrea. Avid collectors, they combined their interests and created a store that showcases the things they love. The shop is packed with antiques and collectibles, artwork, unique furnishings, jewelry, lotions, candles, and more. Remedies Parlor was featured in a news press story, which goes on to describe how the owners created a cozy space where customers can also relax and enjoy beer and wine. On that note, we're going to wrap this edition of Behind the Headlines and let you get out and explore Southwest Florida for yourself. You can always catch up on past shows by logging on to naplesnews.com. On the left-hand side under Quick Links, select Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. See you back here next week. And that's part of the beauty of this place anyway, though, is that people, they have different events here, don't they, in the little park space and things as well?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, this is, here is the plaza area where they put the Christmas tree up every year, and it's always a live tree that they bring in, and it's supposedly the largest living Christmas tree in Southwest Florida normally. So. And
I've seen them have music, live music events here, and some kind of, they had a dog thing on the lawn one time.
Yeah, they'll do different things, and they have an Asia Fest back at the area back there, and different art shows and that kind of thing. So, and they have movies, regularly have movies on the lawn, which you can bring.